So when it comes to hypnosis and eliminating phobias, it helps to understand that a phobia is actually a fear of the fear. When we were in training, our instructor told us that the fear of getting shot by a gun is actually worse than being shot. It took me a long time to understand, but I do realize the point that she's trying to make. When we're afraid of driving over bridges, the fear of that incident happening is far greater than actually driving over them. In other words, the fear tends to follow us everywhere and keeps us from living a free life. Most phobias occur in early childhood when we were subjected to a trauma. You see, as children, we don't have the emotional capacity to really process what's happening in a state of fear. So our subconscious mind starts to hold on to imagery and information coupled with the fear, while the logical mind is nowhere to be found. So you can imagine the fear a 6-year-old child would have driving over a tall bridge over water, getting stuck on the bridge that was swaying, and being able to see the water below. Also, another example would be as a small boy trying to be tough with his older brothers up on the roof, and rather than saying, "I'm too afraid to get down, go get Dad," toughing it out and climbing down despite the terror he was feeling. Doing a book report in elementary school and being laughed at by the classmates because of a mistake, or even reprimanded by the teacher. So if these incidents were to have happened as adults, we could process logically what was going on and decide that it wasn't a big deal. However, as children, it's quite a bit different. Again, we don't have the emotional capacity to process what's happening. And so as adults, when we are walking a mountain trail, when we are asked to give a report to our coworkers, when we are driving over bridges, these old memories and feelings get triggered and cause a physiological response that is very powerful, and we find ourselves back in that original fear. The brain and body go into fight or flight, and the person feels exactly as they did way back when the original event happened. Hypnotherapy is a technique to get to the original event and to have the client imagine a different outcome. Maybe the client is seeing themselves as an action figure or a hero that can get themselves out of that situation. The subconscious easily can replace an old terrifying event with a new response. We always have the memory, but we can change the emotional response. The subconscious is able to replace the old terrifying event with a new response because the choice feels better to the client and because they really are ready to let go of the past. That's the main thing. They have to really be motivated and be ready to let go of the past event. So if you're ready to release an old fear, it's probably, I heard another hypnotist refer to it as an old outdated concept, and I really like that. So if you're ready to let go of an old outdated fear so that you can fully live in the present moment, then we offer at the Flow Center complimentary consultations. You can book one at the link below.